So this absolutely ugly monstrosity floating in the air is, well, it's my guardian farm, the server's guardian farm. See it in action down there. Pretty much I just built a little item sorter storage system. We've got, I think it goes the shards, whatever the things are that you use to make sea lanterns. Jeez, you guys are loud. Anyway, this is actually the third take making this because I updated my OBS. Well, actually that wasn't the problem. The first place the problem was that I had my microphone muted. The second time I recorded this intro, I just updated OBS and it didn't have my microphone saved as the input device, so there was just no input device. So I was just talking to myself in my room. So that's fun. One of the things I kind of went over is that I was just flying kind of low through here, and I saw what I thought was a wolf, like one of the retextured wolves from like one of these guys, right? But sorry for whipping out my sword then, wasn't my intentions. But I actually, yeah, see, it's one of these guys. So cool. They're little foxes. I didn't realize that they had been retextured, and they're so adorable, the little babies. Sometimes they'll like kind of sit down and curl up, and it's just so adorable. But in the second clip of coming here to show that, I actually ended up taming a duck, and then I had to kind of walk it all the way back to our main base over here. And I pretty much talked about, this was our last build. It's an island that covers up our creeper farm, and that's why we've got like the AFK platform up there, and we just got a lighthouse and some trees, which I think that is the biggest project that I've ever worked on, like in survival mode at least. And I'm really happy with how it turned out. It's probably like, it was my first time really using Axiom to try to create like an organic shape with the island. I definitely think I could have like tweaked it for a little bit longer and gotten a better shape. For a first good try, like, I'm really happy with it. For today's video, we're going to be focused not on this mountain, but the one behind it. What I'm planning on doing is building a little thing on top of here that'll be a point of interest to look at, something to feel. There, I don't have my elytra on. I just keep on doing that, and it's going to be probably my main base, and I'll set up a storage system in there. Pesky Enderman, man, I really need to fix that up and get a data pack that stops their griefing. Or why is it so loud? But it would just be such a cool, just something being there, right? And I have kind of designed it in creative mode and tinkered around with it for a while. So I'm, oh, there's our dog there. But yeah, I'm really happy with the build that I've got. So I'll start gathering some materials for it, and we can probably just about get started. For some reason my render distance just like isn't working. Like, it's not loading chunks. I'm only seeing like 2 or 3 chunks ahead of me, and I have to load everything back in, which is really annoying because I love the render distance being so long and everything being rendered, because the fog and like kind of that effect of everything slowly disappearing into fog, like that is like why I have my render distance so long. So it kind of sucks that I have to, like, all these chunks are already loaded. Like, I already have been to all these places, And I'm out of rockets. Whoops. I want to have this kind of immersive experience, but the damn chunks are not loading. And usually it just takes like, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes for like when I log in, the chunks will kind of load in as I like look in that direction. But for some reason, it's just not doing that today, which is kind of annoying. You know, something else that's really annoying is that entire clip of me just mining a whole bunch of deep slate, I was using my Silk Touch pickaxe. Now I just have so much regular deep slate, not cobbled deep slate, and I need cobbled deep slate, so I'm gonna have to go mining again. Right now I'm gonna go get some string, and I found a while back a cave spider spawner in a mine shaft that kind of is close by. I made a little entrance and I've prepared that all up. I'm gonna set up this string farm for a bunch of candles and looms. Just drop down here. That scared the shit out of me. That was so dramatic. Holy crap. Anyway, I think just like through here. Yeah, there's a little mine shaft. And here's our cave spider spawner. So I'm going to try to sort out a situation here. I prepared all the materials I need, but I low-key forgot how to build it. So these buckets go like that. And then we have to mine all of this out. I did watch a tutorial, but I have no idea whose it was or whatever. And it was so long ago, I have no idea what I'm doing. This will need to be full blocks through here. Now what? I have no idea. So that'll do, right? Surely that'll go straight in here and I'll be able to kill them, maybe. So I think that I just take these blocks out. Yeah, this is why I have fence gates. Do that. And I'm gonna need my water back, actually. Just do a little bit of that action. Hopefully, I just get rid of these. And is that gonna work? I think this is how you do it. Oh, I forgot to put the hoppers in. That's probably not good. Oh, this is just so not how you're meant to do this. Okay, I'm gonna find the video I watched. I think I've gotten it working. Yeah, this is better. Yeah, so now we got a bunch of string, so that's good. So I'm gonna have to sit here for a while and get a whole load of string. So I guess while I get this done, you can watch me gather some other materials too. And I'll actually get cobbled deep slate this time. How about that? So it seems like my render distance is fixed. So yeah, everything's actually loading in now. We now have a whole load of materials, and there's all our string. So the next material I need to find access to is some coral. I think it's brain coral and fire coral, but not the actual blocks. It's the the fans, I think they're called. Damn Enderman, dude. Day in 968. We're almost at 1,000. That's kind of crazy. But yeah, so I need to go find a coral reef somewhere. So I guess I got to get flying. So I'm like 60% sure that there is one over near the mesa back here. So that's where we're going today. And if it's not there, then I don't know what I'm going to do. So we're just going to pray it's there. That's a problem to cross later. Here we go. Here's the mesa. So I think it's just behind the mesa over this way. Because I think that this is the right biome. Like, I think it's a warm ocean where it's the kind of cyan colored water like that. There's a village here. I don't think I've ever been here before. Little shipwreck. Might as well explore while I'm here. I don't need any of that. So that's cool. Oh, there's a spot. I'll give the map a go at some point. See, I feel like that's the right ocean, but maybe not. See, this free look mod is so helpful. I think it's camera tweaks. Is that a sea pickle? A couple of sea pickles? Ah, here we go. That is awesome. Okay, I don't actually know what tool you're supposed to use for this, so... And I don't know which one's fire, so... I'm assuming red's fire. Yep, so red is fire. And is blue bubble? No, that's tube. I need bubble. Is that pink? Bubble. Lovely. Okay, well, it's terribly loud down there. Alright, I guess I'm going to be here for a while. Alright, I'm up to my last about 20 of these bubble corals. And I've fully collected all the fire ones. It's really hard to tell what's pink and what's purple. And it is really loud down here. I've taken my headphones off and been playing without them. Oh, yeah, almost there. I need 2 stacks and 5 of the bubble coral. We're just about making our way there. I've also learned that I don't actually take any damage from drowning. Here we go. There's a whole bunch here. Okay, there we go. I think we are all clear. We need 2 stacks and 5, and I needed 1 stack and 6 of those. We've actually done pretty good. I just decided to collect just other crap too, because why not? I think we're kind of coming up on the last few materials that I need, so we'll work out where we're at, and for now you can watch a time lapse of some more material gathering, and then I'll get back to where we're up to now. So I don't think I actually said what I'm gathering materials for right now. What we are building is a bit of a castle. It's Nevermore from Wednesday. I'm probably going to butcher this, but the actual castle is called the Cantor Casino. I based it mostly off of like the images that you can see from the TV show Wednesday. I am really excited to get this built. I did only build a small part of the castle because if I built the entire castle, it would probably span like into the next mountain over. So yeah, we're only building a little bit of it. I guess one more note is that when it comes to copper, I made absolute rookie error of crafting it all in the crafting table, when if you use a stone cutter, it's just so much more efficient. I'm really annoyed with myself because I used so much copper, and it's like a quarter of the amount if you use a stone cutter, but I only realized after. It's a bit of a shame. But anyway, let's go build some farms, I guess. For this build, we are gonna need some dark prismarine. I'm using that a little bit for the roof, but for dark prismarine you need black dye, and to get black dye you need a whole bunch of ink sacks. To be specific, I need 16 stacks of ink sacks, and then I also need dried kelp blocks again for the roof. We're going with like a pretty green kind of theme. You need, I think, 9 dried kelp per block, and then to get dried kelp, obviously it's a 1-to-1 ratio of kelp, and for that I actually need 3 shulker boxes, 10 stacks, and 53 pieces of kelp. Oh dear. And then I also need light grey candles that are kind of like a trimming on the roof. So all of these damn things are for the roof. I need 8 stacks of honeycomb for those candles, and then I also need light grey dye, and to get light grey dye I'm going to be using probably azure bluets and the oxidized daisies. Probably butchered both those names, but that's on Mojang for naming them weird things. I mean that's the name of the flower. But anyway, yeah, so I need 4 stacks of those flowers. So I'm probably going to need to make a wax farm, or not wax, sorry, honeycomb. Which, I mean, I have like a tiny little like 2 beehives over here, like right there. Those are not going to cut it for today. I'm going to need to make a honeycomb farm and a kelp farm and a squid farm. So much fun, so many farms. I said it in the last video, I kind of love it that you just have to build more farms so that you can get the materials for new things. And I think that like the palette that I'm using is real interesting, and I genuinely think that just kind of comes down to I built it in creative mode first, so then I wasn't worried about gathering the material. I just kind of built and wanted the color. So that's why I'm using stuff like kelp and these like coral fans. Like I feel like I've never used coral fans in a build before, and I'm really excited to take advantage of them, you know? I have mining fatigue. Where is a cow? Thank you, sir. And I'll take another. And now I want my bed back, please. That little block there is my AFK spot for the ink farm. I did have it all set up and running, but then I've found out the hard way that allays are attracted to dolphins for whatever reason. I think because they like sing to them. I don't really know. My allays just absolutely dipped on me, so I'm just gonna pinch these guys, and they're going to be my new allays. You, sir, can be freed. You don't deserve to be in here. Yo, chill, chill. Don't kill any of my allays. That was close. Get him, Golem. These guys are pretty good at following. Like, that's kind of crazy that they're still coming. And we just got to get them to, actually, I think down there, yeah. This is one of the coolest farms I think I've ever built, because it's literally just these blocks here. The Guardians will kill the squid for us, and then they just, LAs pick it all up and chuck it over here. See, we've got nearly, what's that, 4.5 stacks, which is pretty good considering this was running for like 5 minutes, but we need like, I think 18 stacks or something like that. So yeah, not quite what we need. So I think I worked out the problem. I don't know that dolphins were the problem. I think that it's these portals, but sometimes, yeah. And then they come out, and as you can see, we have a few LAs in there. We're gonna have to fix that, and before they start entity cramming, because that would be annoying. Mr. LA, dude, what are we doing in there? All right, that'll do. Oh, actually, we've got more LAs than we had before. I think we have all 8 there, so that's good. No one died, no one trailed off. I don't know if there's something I can do to set up a sort of barricade so that they don't go in there. Actually, I might check how much we actually have down here. Oh, that's gonna trigger a skeleton. Yeah. Let's get out of here, fellas. We're actually almost there. Okay, I'm just gonna go AFK for a little bit longer. Alright, so this fella over here is not meant to be over here. What are we doing, mate? I think he got attracted off by some dolphins. But these guys are doing well, and we had to block this all off in the end. Yeah, we've got a lot of ink sacks. Because I also worked out that instead of getting a whole bunch of flowers and having to build like a flower farm, instead I can just use black dye and white dye. And I have a bone farm for a skeleton spawner anyway, and a whole load of bones. So we're gonna actually have to take a look in my single player world, and I'll look at the design for my bee farm over there. This is my world from my single player series. Actually, that's kind of crazy to me that if you see in the top left corner, it's day 911, which means I've been playing on the server for longer. Well, I mean, the server's been played on longer than I've played in this world. Well, 912 now. We're up to like 970 or 80 something. Just down here we have our little honey cove thing, whatever you call it. And on the back we got a few beehives, a little garden here. The actual action is happening inside here. Just a cheeky little bit of redstone dispenser on top of the beehive. The bees are all out here in this, I think it's called an atrium or something like that, maybe. And then observers detect when it's full, and then shears, and then boom. And I'm pretty sure we have a lot. Yeah, I'm gonna get this built because this is pretty awesome. That is it. We have everything gone for us now. We've got a beehive, bee farm over in the nether, and Now we've got this kelp farm here. I reckon that it's time to get started. I am running out of time to get this video out, so what we might have to do, and what we're probably going to do, is just build like the front. I'm gonna cheat a little bit and just kind of get a thumbnail, and then in the next video I can get it finished and kind of fix up this terraforming so that we don't have this kind of action going on. So without further ado, let's get into it. As the moon comes up, sun's setting, about to crack over. Why not have my snooze over from a good viewpoint? There we go, so you can kind of get an idea of like the windows we've got, and like I'm really happy with this kind of trimming we have on the roof. I've messed up that block there, that's okay, I'll sort that out. I want to have copper grates in those windows, but I don't have any wax. Run my farm for a little longer. But here we go. There you go, that's pretty cool. Whole animation for it. There's no better way to spend day 1000. Hello there. Than probably building my biggest project yet. Maybe that could be slightly bigger, but yeah, I think we're making good progress. So I guess you can enjoy the time lapse, and I'll catch you back when we are finished, or at least we're finished the facade. So with these blocks here, we're putting in the final pieces of the build. Well, I mean, of the build that we're doing today. I mean, we have made a lot of progress. Actually, those need to be... I ran out of kelp, so up here we're missing a little bit of kelp where you don't need to see it. And we also have run out of wax, so I need to just, like, while I'm building the rest of this over here, I'll have this kelp farm running. I might even move my honey farm over here so that I can AFK with it. It's pretty easy to move. But yeah, this is where we're gonna leave it for today. I think I'll talk more about the build in the next episode when I kind of finish it off. I think that these flower pots are my favorite aspect of the build. If we fly away here, they just create these cool spires that are a little bit like, they're not blocky, and I think that that is just the perfect look. I also have these kind of pipes that are coming up the side. I kind of need to have it like weathered a little bit, or oxidized. I don't even know what the right term is, and that one, I mean, I've hit it too many times, so it's a bit of a process. So yeah, I'm gonna have to, in the next episode, terraform a whole bunch of this, maybe even get started on this pathway, and we're gonna actually maybe get our kind of starter, I mean, at this point it's not starter base. I'd say that house there is our starter base. I guess our main base, one of my biggest builds. It's definitely the biggest structure I've ever built, but I'm super happy with it, and I cannot wait to get it finished. I'm probably going to keep on working on it now. I just gotta get this video out as soon as possible. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you come back for the next one to see it actually get finished off. So yeah, bye bye.